Well, the All-Star break is officially, mercifully behind us, which means the NBA's regular season is nearly 3/4 of the way complete, and we are progressing ever so closely to the coveted NBA awards. You will no doubt be inundated with various hot stove debates over the next few weeks that will follow with the burning question of just who is the MVP. And the answer, as always, is whoever the hell the media wants it to be. Oh, sure, Nikola Jokic may just be too damn good this year to get screwed out of another one like he was a year ago. And in light of the Joel Embiid injury, who looked to be cruising to that back-to-back media popularity contest less than a month ago, all impediments seem to be cleared for Jokic to get the third league MVP he should have had last year. And Jokic did just produce yet another absurd performance last night against the Golden State Warriors, who have been hot as of late. With the Warriors entering last night's game against the defending champs, winners of 10 of their last 12 games, but the Nuggets would cruise to an easy 119-103 win on the road, mind you, behind Jokic's 32 points, 16 rebounds, and 16 assists on 13 of 20 from the field. Oh, and he registered a plus 20 for the game. And last night's performance was just more of the same for the reigning Finals MVP, as Nikola has now dropped 3 consecutive absurd triple-doubles. In these last 3 games, Jokic is now averaging 27 points, 17 rebounds, 15 assists, and 2.3 steals on 69% shooting, all wins for the Nuggets, and Jokic in those 3 games was plus 67. And for what it's worth, Nikola Jokic is the current betting favorite right now, with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Luka Doncic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Jason Tatum rounding out the top 5 favorites as we hit the 3/4 mark of the NBA season. And no one in the league has a better shot at taking Jokic out this year than Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And unlike Embiid a year ago, he might just really deserve it. The 25-year-old has led the Thunder out of nowhere into a virtual tie for the 1 seed in the Western Conference with the Minnesota Timberwolves, and the best feather in his cap for his MVP case, 1.5 games better than the Nuggets so far this season. SGA is doing it on both ends of the floor, averaging 31 points per game, 6.5 assists, 5.5 rebounds, and 2.1 steals. So while invalidating Joel Embiid's stats at this point, as he has only appeared in 34 of the Sixers' 57 games so far this year with no return in sight, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is currently second in the league in per-game scoring average behind only Luka Doncic, while Alexander has scored the most total points in the NBA this season and is leading the league in steals per game and total steals. Meanwhile, SGA also ranks very highly in all of the major advanced categories, as he is currently second in player efficiency rating, second in value over replacement, second in box plus minus, and first in win shares. The big problem for Shai, though, and the rest of the NBA's field of MVP contenders is all of those categories he is second in, Jokic is first in them all. He is leading the league in PER, VORP, and BPM for what will be the 4th straight season. And while SGA is slightly above Jokic in total win share, and I do mean slightly, with Alexander currently 1/10 of a point above Jokic, it's Jokic who is number 1 above Alexander in win shares per 48 minutes. This is while dominating a number of standard box metrics as well, with Jokic 3rd in rebounds per game and 4th in assists, while scoring 26 points per night. But perhaps the most important metric of all is the one Nikola Jokic continues to dominate, as on-off stats offer us the best look at true value. After all, isn't that what we are trying to measure in an MVP? And the Denver Nuggets are currently plus 22 points better with Nikola Jokic on the floor per 100 possessions than they are with him off the floor. For comparison, the other 4 current betting favorites for MVP, Luka Doncic is only plus 6.2, Jason Tatum is just plus 2.4, while Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is currently plus 11.2. The only one remotely close is Giannis Antetokounmpo, who at plus 14.7 is still over 7 points below Jokic. Now, we still have roughly a quarter of the season to go, and sure, a lot can happen in these final 6 weeks, but the NBA MVP award, which has been used for years as a way for the media to artificially enhance some players' legacies while systematically destroying others, it should make us all beg the question as to why we even care about this award in the first place, as it will likely all be sorted out later this summer, as is usually the case in the only season that really matters.